What's going on, everybody? It's Falchion with you once again, and once again we're here for another episode of Borderless Gaming GSA. After some technical difficulties, we are actually finally live. So let's try this again. Geek, say what's up to the people.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you feel welcome. Hope you find a home.
Evil, what you got to say?
Yo, everybody. Hope everybody's had a brilliant week, and I hope you're looking forward to the show.
Okay, so I am seeing us up on YouTube on my screen now, and so I apologize for that, guys. I don't know what happened. I've been having a lot of actually technical difficulties with my streaming setup in the past couple weeks, and it looks like StreamYard has changed as well. Some things, so it may have something to do with that. I noticed like the live counter up there looks different, and so Geek, let's try this again. What have you been up to this week?
This week has been a crazy work week for me, and not really annoyed with process, but looks like I'm going back to normality now. So I should be able to get more into gaming.
Cool.
Because as I recall, I hit you up to game, and then I was dealing with technical stuff and couldn't get on.
Oh, okay, you did, and I figured maybe you just had gotten called into work or something. But see that you got a new background going on there.
I'm getting the man cave in order, buddy.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This is some tech guy. I'm nerding out right now. This phone here is the same phone that the president has on his desk.
That's pretty cool. I guess that means you have a direct line to him, so anything we need, you can take care of that for us.
So if you got any Ukrainian concerns, let me know. I'll hit them up.
There you go.
Get them on the line.
What is that over your other shoulder? It looks like a handheld something. It's in a box.
Over this shoulder?
Other shoulder.
This shoulder.
Yes, right there.
That's the keyboard box.
Oh, I can't make out what it is. Okay. So cool. The background looks good. Hoping to see more stuff up there, unless you're done with that, I guess.
No,
cool.
It's gonna be rearranged a little bit.
Cool.
There's a lot to do.
Hey, Kimberly, welcome to the show. Glad you can make it. Hi, Andrea. Glad you can make it as well. Welcome. Evil, what about you? What have you been up to this week?
Yeah, I've been jumping around a little. GTA, Destiny, Call of Duty, and took the plunge in for the Elden Ring, but not touched that yet. So looking forward to see what all the hype's about.
That's a big plunge for sure. That's a deep plunge. I hope frustrating games are your bag, because it's a super frustrating game for sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I haven't been into much this week personally. Dealing with some family stuff, and so yeah, I did for some reason, I don't know why, in my downtime, jump into No Man's Sky a little bit, and decided to check that out for some reason. But outside of that, I really haven't been doing much, but hanging out with the family. So if you guys are ready, we can just jump into this. with today in gaming history, J-Law's today in gaming history. Because 22 years ago, I really had no idea about this, but 22 years ago today, Metal Gear Solid was released on the Game Boy Color. Did you know that, Geek? Because
Yes.
Deck was too young. I mean, excuse me, Evil was too young. You did
Uh,
know that?
I was
Yes,
around with the
because
Game
there
Boy.
were some articles about it this week.
You were around for it.
I was around
Yeah.
for the Game Boys and all that stuff. I just, at that point, I didn't actually have that much interest in gaming. That's back when people used to go outside and do things.
There was an outside. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's going on, Angry? Glad you can make it, bro. It's not going too bad. How are you doing? Um, but that's cool. 22 years ago, on the Game Boy Color. Even now, it's kind of hard to fathom that that's a situation, or that's a thing that could have been back then. A game like that on the Game Boy. But yeah, there you have it. Today in J Law's history or gaming history, or yeah. um, I don't know if you guys heard, but Ubisoft is, I guess, in kind of a bad way or a bad situation, and it's to the point where there are rumors, and they kind of did that half step, kind of dispel it, that type of thing, where they said, we don't answer rumors, but the rumor is that they're primed to be sold, and that's surprising to me, and I have no idea who in the world would be able to buy them right now. I don't think Microsoft can, because they're already facing way too much scrutiny over the Activision thing, so I don't think they're in a position to be able to do it. I don't think Sony really has the budget this year, this fiscal year, to be able to do it. So any thoughts?
Well, from what I heard, uh, Ubisoft stock was down 40%.
Right.
That's a huge tank. And Ubisoft has had and continues to have a number of franchises that I think would be a hard loss. So I could see Microsoft, no matter what they had to jump, what hoops they had to jump through, I could see them really trying for it. There was an article that came up, and I was running around trying to get everything ready to jump in the show, that Sony was looking at it. And so I want to read that to
Yeah,
find out if it's real.
I could see it would make sense to me. Microsoft going after they've got I don't know, for lack of a better term, I don't know if partnership is the correct term, but they've got let's call it a partnership going right now, where what is it called? Ubisoft now. The name changes so often I can't keep up. Ubisoft Connect, is that what it is right now, or Uplay,
Ubisoft
or
Plus.
Ubisoft Plus?
Yes,
Um,
that was the last name.
is on Game Pass now. Not Game Pass, but on the Xbox. So you can use the service on Xbox now. So obviously they're friendly, and I could see Microsoft going for it, picking up that slack, if they weren't being so scrutinized over the whole Activision thing. I just don't think anybody's gonna be willing to let them go after another really huge company right now. But I could be wrong. And if they do get sold, I would hope that I was wrong, because I would hate for it to go to somebody that's gonna hurt Ubisoft even more than they've already hurt themselves. And here lately. What about you, Evil? What are you thinking?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to keep an eye on. The only thing I've seen is there's been a few equity firms looking to possibly buy it, but apparently that's just going to be like an umbilical. Microsoft's going to want it because they're going to have that Ubisoft Plus coming onto the Xbox, and well, Sony's going to want to buy it so they could put their foot down and probably stop Ubisoft Plus going to the Xbox and putting it onto the PlayStation platform. I think there could be a fight for that. And somebody could just sneak in underneath them. I mean, there's loads of people out there. Like Epic, they could sweep underneath as well.
Right. Now, if Sony were to get it, that would probably be a really big boost to their new service, their PlayStation Plus, because then they could take Ubisoft's games and do what they're not willing to do with their own game, which is make them day and date, which would be a really big boost. But I don't think, from what I remember reading earlier in the year, what's going on, J-Law? Glad you could make it to the show, bro. From what I remember earlier in the year, I don't think Sony has it in their budget, or PlayStation, not Sony. Sony is a huge company and they could easily do it if they decided to. But PlayStation has a budget, and I don't think it's in their budget for this fiscal year. Now, it doesn't have to be this fiscal year, of course. So, but if we're talking about something that's going on this year, I don't think so. PlayStation has it in their budget for this year. But that's an interesting story. Again, Ubisoft is kind of playing it off right now, but they haven't, like, what I would call flat out denied it. They've just said they don't answer rumors that are flying around the internet or something like that. I'm putting my own spin on it, of course, but that's going to be an interesting one to watch for sure. If they were to sell, do you guys have a preference of who you would like to see them sell to? Evil?
No, as long as it wasn't going to be used as too much of a pawn. Ubisoft's got quite a lot of good games out there, so as long as they're getting bought up for the right reason, by the right company, yeah, I wouldn't have a preference.
What about you, Geek?
Taking into account the stock hit that they just had, I would prefer Microsoft, because I think Microsoft could throw the money at it. A lot of games have been having issues with scaling on the network. Microsoft seems to have that pretty well down, what they're doing with Azure and gaming. I mean, PlayStation even joined Azure. So that's a glowing endorsement for the capability of that service. So for me, I think I want Microsoft to have it, just because I think that they can put, even with everything else that's going on, I think that they could put the resources behind it.
That makes sense. I don't know that I have an actual preference, but I would prefer that that those games didn't go exclusively to anybody. You know what I mean? PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, or Nintendo. It would be kind of funny though if Nintendo swooped in and got them. That would tickle me to death.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. But
And they're in big trouble, because I read another thing this week that the next Far Cry, Ghost Recon, and Assassin's Creed game has been pushed so far back that there is literally, like, there's no sight of these games. Any of these next games with those franchises are just pushed way back into the distance now.
Really? Because
Yeah,
I know like they were close for the next Ghost Recon, but there was so much pushback about it that I think maybe they just went ahead and scrapped it because it was going to be a multiplayer kind of battle royale thing, and
yeah.
that's
I
unfortunate.
signed up for signed up for the beta for that, I think.
Yeah, I did as well, and they
Yeah.
canceled it, so that's kind of crazy. Speaking of cancel, geek,
Yes.
did you hear that the day before may have been canceled?
Yes. But I don't think that's an official anything. I think that was one particular YouTuber saying because he hasn't heard anything, has it been canceled? So I've been trying to get somebody else to corroborate that.
And you didn't find anything?
No.
I know I saw a video, and it's probably by the same YouTuber, um, and he was searching for their websites, and they had all been shut down. Um, and shut down is the wrong phrase. They had all been left to expire, is what it is. But that could just be that.
I'm looking at the day before website right now.
Are you? And it's
Yep.
up.
Yep.
Okay. So I was thinking when I saw that, I was wondering if it was just maybe they were going to a different going with a different company. The company that they were with is just something that like we could just easily sign up for. It wasn't GoDaddy. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it was one of the ones like GoDaddy. So that's good to know. Hopefully, since you're on the website, is there any is there any new information?
No new information.
Man, that is just so horrible.
Now, what I thought was this because of the cancellation of E3? If they were going to take it down to put up new information for E3, and then that didn't happen, is that why they didn't want to put new information here because they're going to figure out how they're going to put it out or when they're going to put it out?
I guess that's a possibility. I mean, it's getting close. 2 months, right around that time right now, right? 2 months before it's supposed to release on June 22nd, I thought it was.
21st.
The date was, I'm trying to look.
21st.
21st of June. I'm in the Discord. I'm in the official Discord they've got for the day before. It's very dormant in there. There's no news from the developer. It's obviously been a huge talking point this week in that Discord, though, about the rumours about it being cancelled. And so far, all the moderators in this Discord are just saying the same thing, that nothing's been announced like that. Not to believe anything, take it with a pinch of salt. We're still just waiting for information. It is getting late in the day, though.
It really is, and that would be a shame because that game is one that's really, really foremost on my radar. J-Law asked what happened to the old days of games just coming out no 2-year hype. It's like, I agree with you there. Like it's unnecessary and it's annoying. It's super annoying to me personally. How far out they announce these games, and then they can't even stick to those schedules that they announce to us, and so games then get pushed back, and yeah, I'd rather just not hear anything personally, but you know.
More to the point, what happened to the day where we got our game on our cartridge, our disc, and that was it. The game was done. There was no such thing as a patch here and a patch there.
Yeah, and the next thing you got were just new games, right?
Yeah.
But it's a whole new world than where I came from, at least. But yeah, that's sad to hear. I was really hoping that I mean, I'm glad to hear that they have a new site up, and I'm glad to hear that it's probably not canceled, but you need to tell us more at this point. And it's kind of funny after everything we just said that I'm saying that it almost sounds hypocritical, I know, but it's already out there. You've already told us all this stuff. You've already got us on the train. So now we need to know when the train is stopping. We're gonna stop and we can play the game. And it's 2 months away, and your radio silence is deafening for sure. J Law says, "Gone are the days of waiting outside GameStop and EB Games, waiting for them to open so you can get your copy." I kind of miss those days. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of miss waiting in line, hanging out with people.
Midnight launches. I used to
Yes,
remember going to the Call of Duty midnight launches.
right.
I remember going with one to Angry. I think it was for Modern Warfare 3. And this is actually quite amusing because this goes back to the sticker story. I remember I got a poster and he didn't.
That's hilarious. Oh man, yeah, those were definitely the good old days. Hey, Keisha, welcome to the show. Glad you could make it. Uh, I hopefully have some information for you. Let me ask you, did you actually cancel your reservation for the Steam Deck, or were you just thinking about doing it and you haven't done it yet? I'm curious to know. In other news, both PlayStation and Xbox have decided that they are going to add ads to free-to-play titles. Have you guys heard about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Geek, you said it quite quick. Like, what do
Not
you have
happy
thought?
about it. Um, what was that game that we used to play? Was that it was a racing game.
The
Uh,
the only
we
racing
played so
game
many.
I remember you playing was you played actually with Evil and I. You jumped into Gran Turismo. Not what? Sorry, not Gran Turismo. Forza 6, maybe. It was a
No,
while ago.
it was the game that we all played. That was like our
Oh,
cool down
oh,
game.
oh, 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 oh. Need for Speed. No,
No,
Test Drive. Excuse me, Test Drive Unlimited.
yes, Test Drive Unlimited. So remember, like we would pass those billboards.
Mm-hmm.
If it's as non-invasive as that, then that's not such a bad thing. But if they like, I don't know, make you pull into a pit stop so that they could play like a full-on commercial, like your game pauses so they can get this commercial, that would piss me off. There are actually games on my phone that when I feel like there's too much advertisement, I stop playing them.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking, Evil? Because
Yeah, I'm with Geek here. I'm not a fan of that. It's if it's the case of like say we're driving around Forza Horizon and you've got like billboards on the buildings, you've got adverts where you would normally see them in the real world, that's fine. But if we're getting into the territory of when you're in a loading screen, you're going to have an advert pushed on you. That's going to draw people away from those games. I think we're not here to watch an advert. We're here to game.
yeah, Keisha did say she actually did cancel hers, and J Law said nothing worse than showing up at midnight release and 100 people are already in line, but you still get a copy. Yeah, uh, are Gone are the days of the risk. You don't even have to go to the store nowadays. What's going on, Shadow? Glad you could make it. Happy Sunday to you
Hey,
as
Shadow
well,
Fire.
bro. So they actually did address this, and it's supposed to be non-intrusive ads. It's only supposed to be in free-to-play games, and it would be something like, let's say we're racing on F1, and all the advertisements on like the wall and stuff right like that. So again, like to reiterate what you guys said, if it's that, if it's just something that I see in the game like basketball, I remember on um one of the 2Ks, I think it was, where they had ads playing up in the big screen, the jumbotron or whatever you call them, as long as it doesn't stop the game. But if it's like honestly, if it becomes like it is for a mobile game where it stops you for 30 seconds to 2 minutes or something to show you ads, that would be so ridiculous and so out of touch with everything, and probably make me stop gaming. I'm not gonna lie, because I hate commercials as it is, and that would just be so off-putting. But luckily, they're saying it's just going to be in free-to-play titles, and it's supposed to be non-intrusive. So, like you said, billboards and stuff like that, signage. Um, and I guess you see that nowadays, anyways. But I guess maybe they're gonna raise the frequency of it. I don't know.
I mean, I've got to wonder games like World of Tanks where you're going to be putting the adverts.
Right. So, I mean, you put it on a billboard in World of Tanks, somebody's gonna shoot it, right? People are gonna just go out of their way to shoot it and destroy it, and then they're gonna be mad if that's not destructible, right? If a a sign in the game is that you're shooting with a tank is not destructible. So
If I'm on top of a building in Battlefield and I've got an anti-tank weapon and there's a billboard up there and I can't destroy it, that would be bad.
that that would be horrible. It's kind of funny that you brought up Battlefield. I'm hearing rumors, but nothing like that I can substantiate. So I never brought it up. But is it dead? Is Battlefield 2042 dead?
Aren't they supposed to be trying to do like a major update? I'm trying to think where I saw it. There was something because they're saying, can it be saved? And that was the thing of the article.
I mean,
And
I'm thinking you, right? Who have, for all the time that I've known you, have you been into Battlefield until this time when you didn't even get it? I mean, you played it during a free to play weekend or something, but you didn't buy the game, right? That's
first
that's
time, yeah.
that's highly unusual. Even though like Lewis, I'm sure, was pushing you to get the game because it's his favorite game, his favorite franchise or whatever, and I know he doesn't want to do what he's done in the past and get in with crowds that instill bad habits that make you yell at him all the time. So, I mean, what can they do to bring you back?
If you want to tell me that this is a new game, then you have to innovate and give me something new. You can't just give me a new map pack and it's the same as what I already have. I don't want a $60, $70 DLC. That's not what I'm doing. You've got to add something to the game, change it in a way, and you can't just spruce up the graphics and think that I'm going to buy all in to just do a better looking, more of the same. That makes no sense to me.
So they've lost you then, because sitting here thinking about what they could do to that game, or to what anybody could do to a milsim-esque shooter to innovate, that's new, something that is new. I can't think of anything.
Okay, you and I are playing Ready or Not.
Okay.
Not as much as we like, but you get the point. It's a military shooter. I mean, you know, that's the same. But the anxiety that Ready or Not brings is different. What's that other game that you, Hori, and I were playing? The military shooter.
Insurgency?
Insurgency. Those are different. Different enough that when we go into it, our experience is different from Battlefield. And we get excited about it. Still haven't finished a mission solo in Ready or Not. And I'm always stepping into a door and getting shot. And I don't feel the frustration that I was feeling with Battlefield. Like, where did he come from? I still feel like, where did he come from? But I feel it in a realistic way. I stepped into a room. I didn't know he was there. I got shot. I opened the door. He rushed the door. I got shot. It makes me cautious. Now I'm walking up to every door and I'm using the Opti tool. So Battlefield has to bring that experience that I feel like I'm getting in other games. And it's right there because, like I said, it's more of the same. So it hasn't gotten worse, but it didn't entice me to buy it.
All right, Evil. You were just playing Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard, before the show. You told me that they've got some new stuff coming out. What, if anything, would entice you back to 2042?
I've jumped into 2042. I've played it through the 10-hour trial.
Oh, so you didn't buy it either?
No, I've not bought it.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel a lot of game. There was a lot of mistakes made. I feel the game. It's hard to say it was rushed because it was delayed, but I still feel it was rushed. I still think they probably should have pushed that another year. I think it would have been better to lose the game for another year to have it in a better state, because what was given at launch was terrible. They're
Yes.
slowly getting on top of that. I think the last update for Battlefield I've seen, they put VoIP in, so you could speak to the rest of your squad. They put the scoreboard in that was requested, but again, why did a scoreboard need requested? It's a main feature
Right.
of a shooting game. You want to see your stats at the end of a game.
Right. You want to be able to talk to your team.
Yeah. I mean, the report I seen during the week on Steam, Battlefield fell below 1,000 players for the first time. So, saving the game, I mean, are we past that? Is it time to look down the road of either putting it in EA's vault or trying to push it as a free game? and then just have the optional, because I think they're going to do like battle passes in the game eventually. Push
Okay,
it free.
so there has been this was spotted I think 3 days ago. They spotted like places for Battle Pass and the store for those microtransactions.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, is that what's triggering, people to abandon it? Battle Pass 2442 Battle Pass store update might arrive earlier than new content. So
I mean, always from the outset, people were told there was going to be a battle pass, but I think that was pushed back because of how terrible the game was at launch as well. So I'm just not sure if anything could be done to save that game. There was so much hype for the game, and it's just so disappointing to see the state of it.
Yeah, so I did buy it. Huge waste of money, I'm not gonna lie. Because, and I say that knowing or admitting that I had a lot of fun on it, but I had a lot of fun when Hori made maps, right? He would make game modes to be played, and those were fun, but the game itself was horrible. For the first 2 weeks, it was so bad. It was so badly broken that um, I would fire, I would shoot, and see the tracer of my bullet go off in a different direction without me moving. It was it was honestly that bad. And so I don't know that there's anything that they could do to make me want to go back to 2042. I don't know that there's anything that no. They would have to totally revamp the game. It would have to become a pure tactical game, kind of like Ready or Not or Arma, to bring me back. That's how badly they screwed up on this one, and yeah, I can't see them doing anything with this iteration of the game that would entice me to want to go back and play it again. Um, unless I had a group of friends that were just like, you got to get on this, and then I'd be willing to try with them or whatever. But just as a whole, in the normal scheme of things, I can't see that. Keisha, I asked about. Hey, Cheryl, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. I hope you're having a good Sunday.
good
Um,
evening, lady.
I asked you about whether or not you canceled your your uh, your pre-order. Shadow D, did you pre-order the Steam Deck? Um, because I asked that because I found something that might let us know when we are all getting our Steam Decks, right? So let me show you. Share screen. This. So, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a tracker that someone made, and I've already filled it out. So what you do is you sign into Steam. It's very important, and then so fill in the model number. I mean, the model that you ordered. I got the 512 gigabyte. Your region. I'm here in the U.S. And when Valve is telling you that you're going to get yours. Mine is Q2. Then you go here where it says View in Steam, and it's hard for me to show this, but I'll see if I can. Okay, so you get this. Now, it says here if you see a black screen, it tells you what to do. So, and what you do is just highlight it. I don't know, it's black letters on a black screen for some reason. That doesn't make sense. But what you're looking for is, it's easier to show you here. This right here, right? RT reserve time. And right after that, there's a number. Mine is here, right? So I don't know if you can see my cursor. It's kind of, hold on, I could probably do this.
No, I do see your cursor.
Okay, it's right here. So RT reserve time and then the cursor. So not looking for the number, I mean, at RT reserve time, just looking for the number here, right? You plug that in here and you come down here and you hit this button and it gives you an estimate of when you can expect to get your email or when on the Steam store you'll see that yours is ready to be ordered. So mine is a week from tomorrow, right? So hopefully that this is true or correct or close at least. And I'm trying to remember how can you do this, Geek? Because you have one, right? Pre-ordered?
Yes, yes.
Oh, you can see it right here, right?
Yes.
So can you do that? Because I'm curious to see, because I don't understand it. I don't understand how this works. And right now I'm going on pure hope that it's going to work. And I would love to see you do it. Evil, did you order one?
No, I've not jumped on this yet.
Just waiting.
Yeah. I'm not a waiting kind of person.
But yeah, if this is correct, then a week from tomorrow, I should be able to order mine, and I'll let you guys know if it worked or if it's true or what have you, if it's accurate. But somehow this translates in seconds to the time from when you ordered, which is, for me, it's here. So Friday, this July 16th of 2021, at 1:18:28. Not, let me rephrase that. Not even the time that I ordered, not the time that you ordered, the time that Valve recognized your order and your pre-order and noted it or what have you. And so somehow with this number, they can calculate to the seconds of when you should expect to receive notification, whether it be by email or through the notification on the store, where it just says that instead of saying when you reserved it, it'll have the tab that you can go ahead and hit and make the full purchase. And I saw this on. I found this on YouTube, and the person's. I told myself I was going to remember the person's name, and it totally slipped my mind at this point. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So shout out to Major Ben Gaming.
What?
What?
I don't want this to be right.
What? What's yours?
Monday, October 17th, 2022.
So yours is Q3, right?
Yes.
So yours is the end of Q3. What
And
time does?
you
What?
said put this in, just put the number in.
Right.
I changed it to Q3. I copied that. I clicked on the view in Steam. I copied the reserve time. And then, and you said you're glad you
You just
canceled,
said,
Keisha?
see, all this stuff is making people upset.
Okay.
So you put in the model, right?
Yes.
And your region and your Q3. And as much, so what time does it say that you ordered yours? So it would be right here. Right after the number that you had to put in.
Mine says Saturday, July 24th at 2:48.
So nah, that can't be right. You ordered yours, you pre-ordered yours like a week later?
Because I ordered the 256 model at first,
Uh-huh.
and then I did change it. I don't remember how long later, but I did change it to the
Oh,
512 model.
gotcha. I see. Keisha says she pre-ordered the day it went live. I pre-ordered the day it went live as well. It went live here at 1 o'clock. And so you see, I was like, it took me a while for mine to go through. It's 18 minutes.
Yeah, I had to click it a couple of times
Yeah.
because I did it right after you told me that day. But it was the smaller unit. And then I upped it to the 512.
That's too bad too, because now, and I wish I had known this at the time. Now they're showing people that got the smaller unit are just going ahead and changing out the M.2 drive, and they're saying it's relatively easy to do. So there are people that are going 1 and 2 terabytes for that after getting in at that super cheap price of it. But so yeah, so if you're Q3, okay, so when they first announced everything or what have you before the delay, I was in Q1, right? Then I got pushed back to Q2. So were you in Q2 and got pushed back to Q3 from the
Yes.
beginning? Okay.
Yes.
And then so you're at the end of Q3, according to this, if this is correct. I need this to be correct, or I need it to come before.
See, but look, I'm outside of the window that they're telling me for Q3 because on the Steam page, it says Q3, July through September.
Oh, yeah. So they're showing you Q4.
Right.
I don't know then. That's
Because it's
interesting.
telling me 175 days.
That's interesting. I don't know. So if this is estimating long, I'd be happy with that because that means anywhere between now and next week. But yeah, I don't know. But I saw this and I thought about you, Keisha, and I wasn't sure if you went ahead and canceled yours with the knowledge that you can just partition part of your drive on the system and install Windows, and then it is legal to play on the Steam Deck through Windows. You can't play. It's not legal. They will ban you if you play through Linux. Is because you are defeating their anti-cheat on Linux. So, however it is that works, or why it's that way is beyond me. Because I don't understand the whole anti-cheat thing. But that's what people are reporting now. People that have the Steam Deck are reporting at this point. Is if you partition a part of your drive for Windows and you're playing it on Windows on the Steam Deck, it's just the same as playing. They're saying it's just the same as playing it on a PC through Windows. So you can play the game on there, but there are some hoops that you have to jump through now, and apparently they're still trying to work out a way that you can just play it through Steam natively, but they haven't reached that point yet. So that's the last that I heard. But it's nothing official. It's just people that do have the system already that are reporting that, and they're saying that people are saying that they've spoken to Valve about it. I mean, not Valve, Bungie about it. But again, I haven't seen any official word. But I have seen people playing it on and streaming it or what have you through their on
Mm-hmm.
their Steam Deck. People, they really should have thought of a different name. And none of them have been banned yet for that. So it seems correct. It seems true. And yeah. So I don't know if that makes you want to have it again, Keisha, or if that's just way too many hoops to have to jump through. I know for me, it seems like it's because I'm not computer savvy like that to be able to just at this moment go in and partition a drive. It's to me, it seems like too many hoops to jump through for a game. But I'm not sure how you feel about that. So yeah, Keisha says she will wait. I can understand that, and you definitely have time. I think the popularity of it is just going to make it grow, and Geek, if it makes you feel any better, and it wouldn't me, but if it
Okay,
makes you
5 minutes,
feel it,
Tone.
yeah, I was about to.
I was waiting for it.
If it makes you feel any better, they are constantly reworking it. So, like, I've seen people upset that got it in Q1 because the people that are getting it in Q2 are getting a better version of it, and then that's going to continue on through this entire cycle. They just continue to improve it. So I don't know if that makes you feel any better, but that is what is being reported. What's going on, Plank?
Hey, Plank.
Glad you could stop through. Hope everything is cool with you. But yeah, so that's the tracker. If anybody is watching and you're interested, it's up here. I can't even see it. It's too small on my computer. Can you read that, Geek? or Evil?
Yeah, I can see it.
It's just
Hold on, I can see it. Hold on.
Steam-deck-calculator.web.app, I think it is.
Yes.
Hopefully you can zoom in on it or something if you're interested in that. Oh, that's right. That I forgot to put that in. Hold on a second.
You forgot to put what in?
I got from a friend of the show named Dan's that on Amazon it's because everything got messed up. The Ryzen 9 is on sale right now for $395. So if you're looking for that, there you go. But what do you got here, Geek?
That at Micro Center, these cards are in stock. You see the 3050, they got 25 in stock. The 3070, 25 in stock. Even some 3080s, 14 in stock, 9 in stock, which originally they didn't have the EVGAs, but now they seem to have EVGAs in stock.
And how much is the 3080? Because I can't see which is which. Too small.
The 3080s started like $1,000.
Okay.
$999.
But yeah, I'd heard that cards are back now.
But why would you buy a
30
30
cards
series card when the 40 series is
series is
coming out
supposed
the end of this year?
because
That depends how you look at it, because if we're about to have the same kind of situation, then
right, are
maybe
they
a
just
30
going to be
series is
gone?
good.
Are they going to be snatched up and scalped? And so it thus making it better to go ahead and just get a 30 series.
Yeah, but having the scalpers, the reason why these are all in stock is because the scalpers couldn't sell them. So they're tired of buying them.
Is that because the 40 series is about to drop? Shadow says because of availability. Blah.
You got it out finally. But these are on store shelves. I went into Micro Center and the case is full.
Hey, Law says, good show, fellas. Gotta go. Good night. God bless everyone. Good night. God bless
Good
you
night,
as
J
well.
Law.
Thanks for stopping
Good
through.
night.
Glad you could make it, bro. Really appreciate it. You
Don't
have a
forget
good
to
one.
hit that like button, please, sir. I got to do it because Falchion won't.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, so that's pretty incredible. Finally, things starting to get. So let me ask you this: you say it's because because the scalpers have stopped being interested or whatever because they can't sell them. I wonder how much of it has to do with Russia being cut off, and so all of a sudden, all those cards that were going to that huge country are now just available.
Mm.
I'd have to say I've noticed availability across here in Europe increase over the last 2 months when I went and upgraded my PC. A lot of the 30 series cards were available to buy on their own. It's the price. It's always coming down to the price of are you going to get it at the price you should.
Right. Shadow says
Um,
that's crazy that they are even on store shelves. That's great news that Throw Geek. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah.
there's a lot of other things I'm noticing in Europe anyway that like it's been very easy for a while to get an Xbox Series S console.
Hmm.
Now the other thing I've noticed is the Xbox Series X consoles seem to be a bit more readily available across here. You can generally find them in stock.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Yes,
things
but
are starting to
yeah,
look a lot better.
with the Series X, be careful because there's rumors, well, a little bit more than rumors, of a new console coming out.
Yeah, the Series B.
So, you don't want to have buyer's remorse. So I would say just wait a little bit. Let's see if the news shakes out.
Mm. That
You
is
know,
dangerous.
are they really gonna release it?
Well, do you want it?
Yeah,
Like, so if you want a Series X, the the new console Series V is
XB,
uh
yes.
is between the S and the X. So it's not as much as the X, but is not as little as the S. Shadow says, "Are the PS5s available yet? Not that I want one, but just curious about it." No, they're not.
no.
Sony is still struggling to get their consoles out. Um, there have been like all these reports that Microsoft paid to jump to the head of the line to get their chips out, and then they said that they didn't, and it really doesn't make sense that they could do that. I don't think that they could because um, things like car manufacturers, I think, would be able to do more with that. So I just think it's just easier to make the chips that Microsoft have or use than it is for Sony's for some reason. Shadow says thanks for the info. No problem, bro. It's really unfortunate. But yeah, they're still struggling. Although that being said, they must be feeling like it's going to change sometime kind of soon because they did announce that God of War Ragnarok will be the last game that they're producing um, that will be able to be played on the PlayStation 4. So after Ragnarok, every game that Sony produces after that is going to be for the PlayStation 5. So I imagine that means they're about to start phasing it out, and if that's the case, then they have to see some light at the end of the tunnel. Again, that's speculation on my part, so Craig, take that with a grain of salt. But that's what I'm taking from it. if they're announcing that they're going to stop making games for the PS4 after Ragnarok, and Ragnarok is supposed to come sometime this year. So, if that's the case, then they must know something. Something has to be about to change for that to be a viable thing. I would imagine, unless they're just hoping, going on a hope and a prayer or something, which would suck because if they fail, then that's going to be an epic fail. And they've had a few too many of them this year, as far as things that they've said and things that they've been able to carry out, not syncing up. But that's all I have, guys. Geek, you have anything more?
I do, but I'm going to table it till next week because we're over time.
Copy that. Evil, what about you?
No, I don't think I've got anything else.
All right, well, why don't you tell the people where they can find you then?
You can find me on Steam, Xbox, Discord, and Twitch as Evil Scotsman, swapping the O and the I for a 0 and a 1. YouTube is just Evil Scotsman, and you can find me on TweetyPie's Twitch as well at TweetyPie94 at the weekends, playing games like Phasmophobia and things.
That reminds me real quick. You know what? I'll let it go. Geek, where can they find you? Sorry.
Oh, I already have it pulled up, so you wouldn't have got me this week. GKMSTR space NYC on Xbox.
No, I pulled up the wrong thing.
And it's just GKMSTR on PlayStation, Twitch, Steam, and Discord. And it's Geekmaster, fully spelled out, NYC on Uplay. Also, oh, look at this lady. So also, I spoke to Kimberly, and we are supposed to be doing
We'll
a
do
Wednesday
Shadow.
live. Yes,
There
sir.
you
Holding
go.
it. Trying to hold fashion to the time, or close to. Yeah, she is. Shadowfire. She's watching me. Thanks for the office setup. It's still a work in progress, guys.
All right, don't forget about Plank. You can find him on Twitch. He's Plank GJE. On Steam, he's PJ Danger. Discord is just Plank. Instagram, he's Plank909. Pokemon Go, he's 5914-3158-0040. And there he is making little kids cry. It's kind of mean on his part, but yeah.
And Falchion, where can the people find you?
I am on PlayStation, Twitch, and Steam as Falchion757. On Xbox, I'm Falchion GSA. And here on YouTube, Borderless Gaming GSA. Want to thank you guys for hanging out. It was a good time. Tisha, I'm sorry I got that information into you late. I really was hoping that you hadn't made that cancellation yet. But like you said, there's always later. Thanks for hanging out. And for Geekmaster and Evil Scotsman, this has been Falchion, and you know me. I'm Ghost. 2 fingers is peace. Later.
Episode 49 is in the can.